Dear Dad, happy Father's Day. I bet you didn't know we were gonna do a video about you. So I wanted to make sure to do a video about my dad, who I love very much. My dad has played a huge role in every part of everything that I've ever gone through. And my dad really showed me what work ethic was. My dad grew up without much, and he's a dentist today, but he, in order to pay for dental school, he drove a taxi cab in New York City. And he's a great example of someone who didn't have a lot, but did whatever he could to get to where he is today. So he's definitely the definition of self-made. I think we need a hashtag self-made. That's my dad, and so he's definitely inspired me to follow in his footsteps and kind of be self-made as well. So, when I started Intern Queen, I said, Dad, can I have some money for Intern Queen? And what do you think he said? He said, no, little girl. You're gonna go to LA like you've been talking about. You had all these internships and you're gonna go get a job. That's what you're gonna go do. I'm not giving you any money. And he stuck to it. He didn't give me money. I moved to LA. I landed my first job because of my internship connections. I've shared that story in the past. And when I finally did start Intern Queen, I had $5,000 of savings. Not a lot, but I was ready to hustle. And just like my dad, I had that work ethic, and I was gonna do whatever I needed to do to get it done. Just like my dad, it was not handed to me. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get to where I am today. So again, my dad has taught me a lot over the years. When I think back, and I'm sure he knows what I'm gonna say, but one of the best lessons my dad ever taught me, and I talk about this maybe in my Welcome to the Real World book, is when I was graduating college, my dad made a list of all of my expenses. And at that time, it wasn't business expenses, it was just personal stuff, right? It was like the gas bill, the electric bill, and all the different things that I was gonna have to pay for. And he drew a big circle around it and he wrote stress in all capital letters. And he said, this is stress and you never wanna be stressed. So you always want to make sure that you have some sort of cushion and that you're always saving, because you never want this stuff, all of these bills that do pile up every single month to stress you out. And it was a little thing in the moment, but today it's something that I always think about. And no matter where I am in my life, I'm always very aware of all the bills, whether it be personally, but also professionally. And I always make sure there's a cushion, because I remember what my dad said, and you never want to be stressed. You want to run the opposite direction of stress. So that's something really special that's some wisdom that my dad shared. But I think in general, my dad stands for hard work. He gets up every morning and he goes into his office very early. He gets up at 7 a.m. and he goes in there. He works a full day still. And he's my superhero. If my dad can do it, then I can do it. And if I can be the type of business person that my dad is, he runs his own office. He's very successful. If I can be the kind of person that my dad is every day, I think I'll have a pretty good life. So thanks, Dad. And to everyone out there, happy Father's Day.